should we have a look at the to-do list? Quartermaster recognizes me and won't hire me. Make a mop, find the mop handle tree, seize the LeChuck's ship, find the secret of Monkey Island, join the LeChuck's crew. Okay. There's not as much on there as I thought, actually, and half of them relate to doing the later stuff, so... let's go to the governor's mansion. Is this Carla, the swordmaster?
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
He has a sword?
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking. It's a game of insults.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
So we're not in the insult game just at the moment. Okay.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Oh, we know that.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
I guess we have to get rid of her somehow.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Okay, let me get the book.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
Edgy.
I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Give it a poke. Oh, nice. That's kind of cool.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station.
I don't know whether I should click on... Oh, I can borrow these? Voodoo tricks you can do at home.
Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Okay, so the big book of treasure maps.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never...
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Oh, okay. Shall we try the third option then?
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought... You never...
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
All right, that didn't really work out as intended.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Okay. I don't know what we're going to use it for.
It's a lot of work being governor.
There's nothing else on there. Oh, we can go upstairs?
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood. Stay out of my bedroom,
Right,
Threepwood.
okay. I don't feel like there's anything else to do up here. Let's go into the forest and go and find the tree of mop handleness. Where can we go? We can go to... There's Lookout Point. Go straight back down there. There is the forest. That's the island. Remember we had to go across there on a rope using a rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle of it? And the shipyard, which we think is closed, but I do need Stan's toothbrush. Let's go over there.
Wow, that's worse than I imagined. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels, like the windows all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
How do I get the toothbrush then?
It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. This used to be such a bright, cheery place.
Oh, same. Okay, pick up the trivia card.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Take it.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Can we not do anything with it?
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Can I use something to open the window? What have we got? We've got a knife. Appreciate the knife.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Pry off the boards.
I don't want to wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Don't know what we're going to use that for. Can't use it on that. Okay, I feel like I need something to get in there that I don't currently have. We'll go wandering around then. We'll go and try and do the thing in the forest. What am I going to use to get in there?
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Oh, crap. I don't have a map of the forest.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore.
This used to be Carla's place.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
The Pirate Times?
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Okay. I don't know if we want to talk to him. Do we want to talk to him? We'll have a look around first.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the Ghost Pirate Lechuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
I like his fake wooden leg. Ask again about the kidnap note.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower, stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill corn. I traded some old furniture for it that we had in the back room.
Has anyone thought about putting it back in the clock?
Nah. If the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
True.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Tell me again about the map?
That's 1/4 of the original...
No, okay, I thought there might be something new.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid.
Grog.
It was found in the Melee jail many years ago. after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
I wonder if this whole game is just a complete reminiscence, going down memory lane. What have we got?
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Talk to the guard parrot.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
I think we need to bring it crackers from the locksmiths.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
Okay, suddenly I'm not so keen on trying to grab that.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really
Plunder
touching
Bunny.
letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
I like some of this. I want to be able to interact with stuff, but I don't know what we need. But a lot of this just is like they look like lore items.
That's a nice ore.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Oh, I remember
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
And it shows. Yeah, we had to paddle the coffin through the swamp to get to the voodoo lady, I think.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
That's worth pinching. Really? Can't cut the strings and take it. Okay.
Tell me again about the coffin.
It was used by a certain well-known captain.
No, it wasn't.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also,
yeah.
he used to live right here on Melee.
I remember him. All right. So we need to get this, obviously.
The display case is locked.
We need the key.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
You know, voodoo is obviously in need of a recharge. Let's take a look. See, I mean, this is.
It makes things look bigger.
It probably does. Let's try on the numbers.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
How am I going to need that? Get that.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Is there anything I've got that can magnify that extra?
Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
Hey, TC, welcome, mate. Thanks for the raid. How did the tournament go tonight? Welcome to everyone as well. We're playing Return to Monkey Island, which is the latest in the series of some old classic point-and-click adventures dating back to the 90s, I think, from the first game. So we're playing something a bit different tonight. Yeah, but how did the World of Warships tournament go? I trust it went well. I trust it went very well. Hang on, did we... Let's leave the museum. So where does this take us to? The storeroom, okay. Oh, crackers, parrot food. Alright, that explains something. Another trivia card. And some hooks. So, we could just feed this parrot here. But that's too simple. That's far too simple. I think... Read the label.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
Let's try it.
It doesn't seem interested.
This is for the parrot in the locksmith shop. But why do we need to feed the parrot in the locksmith shop? I don't know. Anyway, that was the Pirate Museum. Let's have a look. That was the
Warning.
go get a map.
The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Wait. Oh, I need to click on that bit. Okay, got it. Hey, TC. So, come on, tell me. Thanks for the raid, by the way. I'm assuming you couldn't hear, or you're in the middle of transitioning from your channel when I said hello earlier. How did the tournament go? Hopefully well.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket.
Can I use the knife to pick some flowers?
I'll treat myself to a purple flower. I hope I don't get tossed in jail for this.
Nice. Go this way. Oh, let's get all the flowers. Thank you. Carnivorous plant.
Gotcha, you pointy little trichiophyte.
So we have found a use. Can't do anything with the frog and the bat. There's nothing that looks like a tree. We have no map, so let's just randomly go around. There's some funky looking mushrooms over there. Bunnies did great, excellent. What sort of tournament was it then? Was it like
Not a chance.
I
can't stand mushrooms.
something you have to repeat on a regular basis? Are there just rewards for how you did today, or is it like a league and you have to like carry on with it? We've done those. Let's go. I should have.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
We need to go get a map. I wonder if this just randomly brings us back. Let's see. So we'll try the other exit out of here.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Let's go get a... Whoop! I don't know how I clicked on that. We need to go and get the tree out of there. I also need to figure out how to get into the shipyard. We've got some... let's go... No, sorry. No, not there. We need to go to... We need to get the map. We need to go to see the locksmith as well.
Hey, Wally.
2-day competition, so knockout round tomorrow. Okay, so tonight, like the warm-up or the ranking for it. I hope you do well in that as well. Is that the same time then, or is it an all-day thing? I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Okay, I need to take the knife and I think I need to carve a lump of his wood off. Can I pinch that as well?
Bye.
Can I grab that?
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Then I think I can read the serial number on the lock in the museum if I have 2 of these. That would make sense. I also need to go see... Yeah, let's go see the cook first. So you get the idea of how this game works. It's like little puzzles to solve. Find the item, or the correct item to use on the other item to get the result to do whatever you need. Wait, he's new.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week.
I
don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
All right. Fancy candle.
Fancy.
Let's go see. The cook's obviously got something that we can help with here. But let's try this first.
Stay away from my mom.
We need to get rid of him, I think. Can I use that on that?
If one monocle is good, two is better.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay. I know how these things work. I've played these games before. Not this one, but I'm a veteran, or I should be. No excuses.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Okay, so it was at the governor's mansion. In game 1, there was a giant yak that you could put some big rubber lips on. It's funny the things you remember. I haven't played that game in 10, 20 years or something. Let's see. Look behind you, a three-headed monkey. If I can distract him to get that's great. Let's try it.
Oh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
So what kind of wood?
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Right, okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
thanks.
Right, so Governor's Mansion. I bet she's got a recipe book. Remember those library books there that she wouldn't let me take? I bet one of them's a recipe. I mean, I might be able to just talk to her. Who'd have thought it? Just talking to someone. Who else do I need to see? Not the locksmith yet. Okay, we're going back up there, aren't we? Let's depart. So, anyone in chat, have you played this series of games? Is anyone old enough to remember the first Secret of Monkey Island game? When would that be? 1992? Something like that? Maybe before then. We need big book of treasure maps, the endless tale of the voyage that would not end, ingredients.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Okay, I need the book. This game seems more foolproof from the older iteration. The hints are subtle, and the humour relies a bit too much on the references. This could just be the early stages of it, because I do remember with the first game, I got stuck. There's a few things I got stuck on in that, actually. One was giving the troll the red herring. Spoiler, by the way, for anyone. There was this troll guarding a path, and you can go past, and he says, I want something that seems important but is of no value, or something like that, or is something like that. And I was looking all over the place, and eventually I found a piece of fish in the cooked bar, and it was one of those where, right, I've used everything else, I'm just going to go to him, I can't think of it, I'm going to click on every item and give him everything I found until one of them is the right one. And you hand over this piece of raw fish, and he says, aha, a red herring. And it was like, oh, one of those moments. So I remember being stuck on that, but I do remember being stuck on things a lot more later in the game. So maybe this is just the early play so far. This is supposed to be on hardcore mode, and to be fair, there were 2 bits in the tutorial that I couldn't work out to do. Now whether... Oh, I forgot to give the cracker the parrot food to the one in the locksmith. Never mind, we're going back anyway. So we'll see if this
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
Right, let's go get that. Get that done. I need to visit the locksmith anyway. There wasn't another mop somewhere, was there? There wasn't anything in there like a book that I could take back to the governor either, was there? The last book I borrowed, I didn't return, so... there's no parts of it here. No, okay. So, yeah, the verdict's out on the difficulty of this so far. Unless I just missed something in the right at the beginning of the game and couldn't complete the tutorial, or whether that was in fact impossible to complete at that stage. I don't know. I need to get into the shipyard. How do I get through that door? Don't know. Don't know that either yet. That's maybe going to be next on the list.
Welcome back.
Hi there.
Let's try the parrot food.
It doesn't seem interested.
Let's try that. Can I not give her...
I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
Don't mind if I do.
Right, so that's... Oh, that's maybe going to be to go in this ingredients for the cook anyway.
Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Oh, and that might be the book that I need. Wait, have I not used the serial number? Oh, this is how we do it.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
Collector of other people's belongings. This book.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
Can I not buy it? Anything else in here I should be aware of? I feel like I need the fishing lure as well, but it's not for sale.
Handsome-looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
What happens if I use these on the parrot now that I've got them?
It already looks well fed.
Okay. Maybe I can go and try the other parrot. I need to go back to the museum anyway, so let's do that. These are the only two leads I've got at the moment where I feel like I know what I'm doing. So we go get the eye patch and see what that opens up. Which, is this the right key? That's the jail cell key. That's that one.
Whoa!
Ah,
That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good.
crap. I should have shut him up first.
That's folded perfectly.
Can you reset
That'll
your
do, Parrot.
alarm, Parrot, please?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
Balls. Why didn't I try the crackers first? I mean, the guy was stood right next to me. There was a guard parrot. Never mind. The charm of the point-and-click adventure games was a spirit of exploration via trial and error, where you draw satisfaction from your own ingenuity and slight frustration. There are a few ways one can go about that, as almost each big-time franchise did it in different manners. I remember playing, I really liked the first game of this, but I'm trying to think if I preferred that or Day of the Tentacle, because they were both fantastic games. I loved Day of the Tentacle, and I remember trying to figure out some of the stuff in the end of there. That was a really cool game. Let me try this again, see if this is reopened.
Welcome back. I checked the display case and it seems fine, so we're open for business again.
Good. Let's feed the parrot. Oh, I've got a better idea.